So Richard, what delays has this caused, and are you confident this is arson?
Well, I think maybe just to take a step back, it's well publicized that we currently sitting with a illegal strike situation from the provincial SATAWU union. It's a small group of individuals within the union which has taken upon themselves to further their own personal agenda to mislead employees into a strike situation. We've successfully interdicted the strike. There's a court order, and they've continued to coerce and incite employees into participating in illegal strike action. We find this very irresponsible. What is also very surprising is the fact that this happens while discussions at a national level is taking place, where they are represented by the national leadership with our executive management, as well as the other union, UNTU. And very good progress was made where actually agreement was signed around the very disputes which they supposedly are marching for, or protesting about in the Western Cape. So it's very concerning and surprising that that is the avenue that they've taken. What is even more irresponsible, and it shows how desperate these individuals are, is to continue whilst there's a court order interdicting them against this illegal action. And then they have even now heightened their activity by even going as far as individuals that are not supporting the strike from SATAWU. The majority of individuals, for that matter, they've gone around to depots and stations over the last 2 days, intimidating employees, threatening employees to go on strike with them. And this effort is not getting momentum. There's no appetite for strike, but this few individuals are set to really disrupt the operations and attack state assets. And we know why they are doing it. Some of these individuals are implicated in very serious allegations. They're facing disciplinary proceedings. They're also at the center of a public protector investigation, which is coming to conclusion. Now, they of the view, if an individual is removed from a position, it's going to stop those processes. We've got news for them: it won't stop any process. We've got the full support of PRASA Executive and the board to ensure that we deal with fraudulent activity and corrupt activity in the system. We'll continue to do that. The strike action has not been getting any momentum. We've been operating trains, and therefore they've now gone over to the extent, and it is no coincidence that this morning and last night's attacks on infrastructure, a track box was set alight in Philippi last night. Signal equipment has been vandalized throughout the system, Salt River, Wynberg, Norongile, Bonteheuwel, to try and bring the service to a standstill. Our technicians are working around the clock to ensure that we bring services back as soon as possible. We had to suspend the service between Cape Town, Onyanga, and Philippi and Kailicha, as well as the Mitchell's Plain, because it became unsafe because the signal equipment has been damaged in that area. Now, it's no coincidence that these incidents are happening. We are having a court application this morning, urgent one, where we want an additional interdict which will support the one which prohibits the strike or renders the strike illegal, so that we can actually give effect to the police to stop the intimidation, stop the illegal gathering and moving on our trains and intimidating and threatening staff and customers, so that they can actually be arrested if they continue on this path. So we want to appeal to our commuters, first of all, to say, that they were negatively impacted this morning. We're doing everything from our technical and maintenance teams to ensure that the damage is repaired and we can begin to operate services again to those affected areas. And also to say that their safety is our and a priority, and the fact that we want to continue to operate services, and therefore we've gone out on the court interdict to declare the strike illegal, and it was granted to us. So we also would want to commend our staff, who under very difficult circumstances have been supporting and continuing to function and work and come to work. And we want to assure them as well that we're doing everything within that's legally possible to bring this to an end. Furthermore, we're also appealing to the community to work with us so that we can bring these criminals to book. We can no longer, as an organization, continue to have employees or supposed employees who are actually criminals. And we want to rid Metrorail of this criminal element. I think for some of them, they've severed the employee-employee relationship beyond repair, and we will follow our disciplinary processes and legal processes to ensure we bring that processes to conclusion.